You will not get up from the table until you have had enough. No amount of motivational videos or audios that you listen to, or events that you attend, or coaching sessions that you sign up for, no amount of all of that will move you until you have had enough. That business that has you in a chokehold, that you are unhappy with, that you have refused to structure, that is not bringing in any money for you, you will not sit down and do the work that you need to do on your business until you've had it up to here. That career that is leading nowhere, that career that is making you unhappy, that career that is unfulfilling for you, that is giving you that sense of dissatisfaction that you are unhappy to go to, that job that you hate, you will not leave it until you have had enough. You will not get up from that table until you've had your fill. Trust me, I have been there. I have experienced that. And I am saying this from a place of love, from a place of care. You won't get up until you've had enough. You can listen to motivation. In fact, you can watch my video and get some motivation. After a while, you go back to the status quo. There will be no change. What I am saying in essence is you will not change until you get to a point of no return, so to say, until you get to that point where this has to work or nothing. You have to get to that point. I used to work jobs where disrespect was the order of the day, where boundary violation was the norm, where people were not valued, where talents were not valued. My talent was not valued. My presence was not valued. And I didn't leave until I had enough. I did not quit until I had had enough. At that time, I remember listening to different motivational audios, attending different events, just trying to get myself out of that rut of accepting the bare minimum for myself, accepting the bare minimum for my life. I didn't get up until I had had enough. So I am putting it to you today. Whatever disrespect is being served, where disrespect is the order of the day, you shouldn't sit down there and accept it. There is always something you can do to turn your situation around, to change your situation. If you are running a business, you're an entrepreneur, you have to get up. You have to get up and act. You have to do something. If your business is not generating the kind of money that you want to see, you have to act. You have to evaluate. You have to assess. You have to observe. You have to do something. But to sit down and think that there is nothing you can do is unacceptable over here. It is unacceptable for your life. Accepting bad treatment from people, accepting poor treatment from a job or from a client or your employees, your colleagues, your team members, whoever, it is not acceptable. You cannot continue to flog your self-esteem like that. You cannot continue to deal those kinds of blows to your self-esteem. Where is your self-respect? Where is your self-confidence? Where is your self-assurance? Where is your dignity? Where is your respect? Where is the trust that you have in yourself? I am asking you all these questions because those were questions that I asked myself for tolerating those behaviors, for tolerating those treatments. And so I sat myself down and I told myself that, Kende, going forward, these are your standards. This is what you will accept and this is what you will not accept. And I don't have to go out there and start shouting that to people at the top of my lungs. I just act. I take action. Once I begin to feel that disrespect seeping out at my jobs, I am out. I had the confidence in myself back then that I had skills that I could monetize at any point in time, whichever way. So I am monetizing those skills by being on YouTube, doing videos, teaching what I know. But to continue to sit down at those tables where disrespects were being served every day, I wasn't going to accept that for myself. That is not the version of myself that I see in my brain every day, in my head every day. That is not the woman I want to be. If you have people pleasing tendencies where you want to be nice, I don't consider myself a nice person. I consider myself a kind person. I am kind to myself. And you need to be kind to yourself as well. Those skills that you have acquired, and that is why I will never bash corporate jobs, because they are avenues for you to build skills if you know what you are doing. It's a resource for you to build your skills. It's a resource for you to save so that you can start your business if that is the route that you want to go. You have to create boundaries for yourself. Create boundaries for yourself. Create standards, because you will not get up from those toxic table until you are filled. And I don't like getting to the point where I am filled before making a decision, because this is your life we are talking about here, and at some point you are going to have to make a decision in your own interest, in your best interests. Come on, girl, you have talent, you have gifts, you are passionate about something, and you can monetize in different ways, creating content, teaching, creating courses, etc. So you are skilled, you've got skills, and with all of your skills, you are just sitting down there accepting those poor treatments. Oh no, not here, not over here. Not over here. Over here, we're about building our dream life. We're about monetizing our passion, our talent, our gift to get to that dream life. Making joyful money. I can't imagine going to a job where I will be unhappy, because that is where you spend the bulk of your day. I cannot imagine running a business that I am unhappy with. And that is why I will always be about feeding my heart and then transmitting it to my brain in a way that my brain will be able to see different sources of revenue, income stream for me. But you cannot sit down there and tolerate disrespect to your person, to yourself. It just keeps denting your self-esteem. It keeps denting your trust in yourself. You can't trust yourself to make a decision for your own self, for your own life, a decision about your career, a decision about your business. I could go on, but all I am saying in essence is you have to get up from that table, that toxic table, that environment that has you in a chokehold, whether it is a job or a business that you found yourself doing. There is nothing stopping you from pivoting. There is nothing stopping you from changing. You have the power to change your life. You are in the driver's seat of your life. I have left jobs over and over, and I have gotten jobs over and over. I have done businesses over and over, and I have quit businesses over and over. That is the cycle of life. It is part of your evolution as a person. But what you have to continue to be rooted in is your self assurance in yourself, that self-confidence that you can come out of this, that resilience, it has to be there. The self-knowledge that you can come out of whatever it is better, that something better is out there for you. So, girlfriend, we are no longer sitting at a table where disrespect is the norm, where disrespect is the order of the day. Get out of that job, start preparing your exit plan, prepare your exit plan, and get out. If that business is not working for you, go back to your blueprints, go back to your why, understand your why. And if the why is no longer whying, you have every right to change. Nobody should have you in a hold where you can't breathe, where you can't make decisions that will move your life forward. That is my message for you today. Get up from that table. Get up, up, up. Over here, we're about meaningful business, meaningful career, joyful money, joyful profit. That is what we are about here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, click on the notification button. And if you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me as well, there is also a link for a 1 hour clarity session with me. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, I love you so much. Mwah. Bye.